Welcome back. Is your precious jewelry really worth what you think it's worth? Well, what do carats mean when we're talking about value?
Well, we have the man here in the studio that has all the answers for you. Ben, the coin geek, he likes to say, with Old Pueblo Coin, is joining us to show us some of the tricks, right? What should we watch out for? But we're going to get to that in just a second. But first, if people aren't familiar with what you do in Old Pueblo Coin, tell us about you.
So Old Pueblo Coin is a locally owned business, and we specialize in coins, currency, and gold and silver items, and we offer free appraisals. We're at the northwest corner of Speedway in Columbus, and we're always happy to look at stuff for you and let you know what you got.
Excellent. We kind of hinted at what we'll be talking about here today, but you know, it's not every day that we zone in and hone in on something as specific as this, as gold. So what do you want to teach us about gold specifically?
Well, there's several things to know. One is the different carat weights, and the carat weights have to do with the purity of the gold. So if you have gold for sale, it's important that you know the difference between which carat weights you have. So that the purity is very important. And then also, if you're going to a yard sale or if you're having a yard sale, you want to know whether or not you have real gold or if you have something that's just gold plated.
Super important.
And how do we tell if we don't have the expert standing by? Is there a way? Is there a giveaway?
So one of the easiest things to do is to actually use a magnet. And so with a magnet, you can actually tell right away on something whether or not it's going to be gold. If something sticks to the magnet, then it's definitely not gold.
Okay.
So you want to be careful though, because sometimes the clasps will be magnetic, but the chain will be real.
Oh, all right.
So sometimes the magnet is a handy thing to have at a yard sale to go around. If something sticks to a magnet, you know you can just discard that. And that's another. The smell test is another way, which it looks a little weird, but if you rub it and it warms up and it smells like copper or nickel or some other metal that you might smell on coins, also that is not gold.
So you have to throw all of your inhibitions
that's
out
right.
the door when you're going.
Be one of those people.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Sniff people's
so they just
stuff.
don't say, oh,
That's
I
it.
think we need to have her leave our property now.
Yeah, exactly.
Call the escort. And so, of course, we're talking about carats too. What does that really mean? I mean, we hear it all the time, but what does it indicate?
Yeah, so carat is the purity. So 24 karat gold is pure gold. So there's a little math involved, but if you have 10 karat or 14 or 18, you divide by 24 to find out the purity. So 10 karat is only about 41% pure.
I see.
And then 14 karat is about 58% pure, and 18 karat is 75% pure. And what that means is that you have more gold for the same item. So for example, there's a couple items here that have this ring and necklace, and they have the exact same weight to them.
Okay.
So, but one of them is 10 karat and one of them is 14 karat. So the 14 karat one is worth more or less. I'm
more.
going to give him the quiz. Okay, Alex is on it. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the 14 karat piece is
math
worth,
lesson.
Yes, it's worth more. So one of these is worth about $85 and one's worth about $120. So that's a pretty big difference, just based on the purity alone.
Okay, and gold is really valuable right now. So if we have some gold at home and we're thinking that, hey, I don't really wear this anymore, should you sell it or should you hold on to it for a while?
Depends on what you're going to use it for. Do you still wear the jewelry or not? Do you want to have it? Do you want to give it to somebody? And do you want to play the commodity market? Because gold could go higher or it could go lower. But right now it's at a 6-year high, and so it's actually a pretty good time to recycle your gold because you're going to get a lot more money than you have for almost a decade.
And it can change fast since it has been
It
high for
can
a
change
while.
fast. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you did mention recycling. So is that what happens to most of the gold items we bring into you, or it depends, I guess, on the value of it?
Yeah, a large portion of things do get recycled. I mean, it's really one of the few ways where you recycle and you make money, because you're going to get paid pretty good on gold items, especially heavier gold items.
Do you want to talk about some of the rings that you have here? This aquamarine, it's beautiful.
So usually on your jewelry, it depends on a little bit on what you have, is whether or not it'll have a collector value to it. There is some market for collector items. Most of what we see ends up getting recycled because some of the modern styles aren't as into the 14.
Right.
They don't
They're
want
not
the
the
expensive
vintage that we want.
Yeah. I like vintage, but not all the kids today are wearing it.
Exactly.
You know, so.
And then you have a pocket watch. Can you tell us about that really quickly?
Yeah, the pocket watches. So this is one of the things to look out for when it comes to different items that you're not used to seeing. Sometimes they're gold and sometimes they're not.
Okay.
So if it says something like warranted or 25-year guarantee, that's just gold plated. And
Okay.
you want something that's solid gold and not gold plated.
Okay.
Because the gold plated stuff just really isn't worth much.
Well, and what's great is the appraisals, you'll walk them through it, you'll counsel them. If it's something that has meaning to your family, you're not going to want to buy that from them, especially if, you'll buy it, but they likely shouldn't get rid of it because it has that special meaning. So we're going to get them out there and to talk to you and take advantage of your great knowledge. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for
Ben.
having me. Appreciate it.
If you have some gold you'd like Old Pueblo Coin to look at, visit them from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. If you want more information, visit oldpueblocoin.com or call 520-881-7200.